introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Henderson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, here's Downs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Grayson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. throwing on first down. Grayson, and it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To the right side, this is Henderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam, slam, slam.
On the carry is Henderson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out long. I got 15. Let's go. Like 15. 15. Hustle, hustle. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Grayson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. George Kittle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term, they just boat race someone. Heck, is car race? motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be caught by Cup. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Dobbs, and he whips that one incomplete there. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3, cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off near the 42. And it's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Michigan score, Nighthawks 28, Rams 0. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, LA! Darrell Henderson, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
4 down. Check.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Grayson gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Grayson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Slam. You go tight. You got it. Tighten up.
Now Gurley. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Grayson looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Check. 4 down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. They run with Henderson. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. McClendon. Room here to run. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Watch 15. Watch 15.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Choose the mic. I got it. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Now Grayson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Grayson looking again for Thomas. This time complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Gurley again here on 1st down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pull it together. Choose the mic. I got it. Mike 2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grayson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
3rd and long. Grayson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
Let's go.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Dobbs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dobbs. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
At the 38-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Grayson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And an Oklahoma City first down.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Sponge! 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 No, no, no! 61. Match box! Right! Short, short! Mike 2! Mike 2! Ready?
Grayson now. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
28-yard gain. First down, Oklahoma City.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Undercut. Hold on.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Nighthawks 38, Rams 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the gun, Dobbs. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here I come. Here I come.
To throw again, Dobbs. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Dobbs. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Mike, 2. Watch 2. 2. Choose the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Grayson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Set, hut, and read. Watch 2. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
To throw on third down. Grayson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Dobbs is throwing. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking to throw. Grayson. This one caught by Isabella. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Call that a gain of 11. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Grayson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Oklahoma City, 1st down.
Here we go. 60 out low. 2. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off
now
the field.
flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Coming to you.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. Another carry now for Gurley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys. I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually. I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too? Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On third down, here's Henderson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Henderson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. McClendon, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. McClendon. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15. Quit talking about it and bring it. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 6.
They'll try and throw for it here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Mixed with scores, Nighthawks 52, Rams 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check three, check three.
On third down, Henderson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
It's fourth down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, Mike's 15.
On fourth down, Dobbs over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. To throw is Dobbs. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Dobbs to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Rams on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Dobbs. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Dobbs to throw, and his throw is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Dobbs. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, Grayson. And it is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here they go on 4th down. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Grayson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Rush in. Flare. That's it.
From the gun, Grayson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Grayson. That ball complete to Isabella. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Throwing on 1st down, Grayson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Back to throw Dobbs. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gay is on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Nighthawks 66, Rams 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments in this one. Throwing here, Dobbs. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Wilson, incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Kill.
Now it's Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Oklahoma City first down.
Check. Got double time. Even. 4 down. Get him on. West. Check. Hayward. Mike 2.
On first down, Grayson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to